Yeah, reverse it today. Dude, reverse. Put that thing, flip it down, and reverse it.
Strike that. Reverse it.
What? Back that thing up.
Are you doing Missy Elliott?
You remember that song?
Money yet?
That was another song from the same sort of era, right?
Oh, the other one was?
You're a fine looking girl. Won't you back that thing up?
Oh, back that thing up.
Back that thing up.
Yeah.
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Is it working the mind yet?
Which was just that reversed.
So they say. I don't know. Did anybody ever try it?
No. If you actually play it forward, it's like a demonic. Yeah, totally. It means your parents probably hate that you're listening to that music.
How did they play the record backwards? Some kid was just like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with the gears, make it go in reverse.
No, you just gently push it backwards. What do you mean? Like a DJ. Error.
Well, you have to do it at the right speed for the demon things to be heard. It's Friday the 13th,
you would have
by the
to
way.
do it at the same speed it's supposed to go forward. All you gotta do is spin it around backwards.
Some 17-year-old kids got enough sensibility to do it right at the right time, and then when the needle gets there, they're already prepared with their other finger to keep the train going. It's like it's a rotary phone. How do you in order to hear the demonic messages in the Rolling Stones or the Who or whatever the band was, like back in the 70s when all the Black Sabbath or whatever it was. Did you hear anything I just said? Or were
I was
you just
trying to listen to my sound effect. Yeah. Katie, it's not that hard. You just flip the record over. You know what I mean?
No, you just did reversing.
Yeah, don't you get it?
No.
Just turn it over and play it the other way.
It's the Brett Davern Show on Adobe Radio, brought to you in partnership with Nice Guy Digital. That would just be side A or side B.
Well, no, they did that later. They put the other side on the other side. Just flip it over. You know what I mean? Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Let's get to Missy Elliott's biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
Brett Davern.
I miss that era of music. It was fun. School dances were lit. Welcome to the show, everybody. BDS fans at idobi.com is what you put into your phone if you'd like to text us. Also at Brett Davern Show on all social media. Be sure to go over there and check it out. Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. On Fridays, we try to look for some good news in the world. So we will be back on the other side of the break with some of that. For now, this is the song Too Young. Oh, the volume was on there. By the Games We Play. By Games We Play. Not the Games We Play. By Games We Play.
Games We Play.
Games We Play. Yeah. Friday, we made it through another week. Turn it up. We shall return.
IW Radio. You can listen to the Brett Davern Show anytime. Just search for it on your favorite podcast app, but especially the Adobe app for iOS. And now, live on Adobe Radio, it's Good News Friday on the Brett Davern Show featuring Katie LeClaire.
All right, let's get to it.
You trying to see this eclipse tomorrow?
Is it during the day or at night?
It's a daytime thing.
You're not supposed to look directly at it.
No, do not look directly at the sun.
No, don't.
First and foremost,
don't do that.
That's the best advice possible.
Do you remember when Trump was president?
Oh my God.
Careful, I know. Just a second. Just keep breathing. Do you remember? No, there was.
You almost lost me.
You know, if you can for a second, if you can find the comedy for a second, there were some comedic bright spots along the way, and him out on the balcony trying to look at the eclipse with his bare eyes was a good one. Come on, that's a
It's
classic.
pretty funny.
It was pretty good.
And then he like rubs his eyes like,
Yeah, he's
oh,
like,
that hurt.
Oh my God.
Obviously, you idiot.
I shouldn't have done that. God, they told me not to do it, but I'm Trump, so I do everything they tell me not to do.
So that was the 2017 eclipse. Then there's one tomorrow, and then the next one isn't till. Oh wait, what? No, there's another one in April.
Oh,
but here's what's interesting about this.
Go
one.
buy a welding mask.
A welding mask or hot tip.
Mm.
I had some camera. I have a camera, like a film camera. I had some camera issues.
Mm-hmm.
I took it to the local camera shop, and they have these like solar eclipse glasses.
Oh.
That are like made for. They're what Trump should have been wearing. You know what I mean?
No. Then we wouldn't have got that moment.
Well, I mean, that's true.
No.
Los Angeles will see about an 80% coverage. And then here's the thing. There's like the most populous city in the United States that is going to be able to witness the ring of fire, which is the spectacle where like the moon covers the sun, but not completely, so that there's just a ring of light coming from the outside.
You can get 2 pairs of cardboard solar eclipse glasses, not on Etsy, if you know what I mean, for $8.
Will it be delivered by tomorrow?
Well, no, I don't know.
It happens tomorrow.
Free delivery by no. I mean, I don't get them for next time. Trying to help. Jeez. Sorry. Nobody told me it was coming up until today.
Okay, well, it's tomorrow.
All right.
So go to your local camera shop.
Get it next time or whatever. I'm just
or get
saying.
one for next time. San Antonio. If you are listening in San Antonio, Texas, you're the biggest populous city that's going to see the Ring of Fire.
See, now if I was
and if you're not outside, I'm going to be really upset with you.
If I was smart, I would buy some of these now and then hide them in a drawer in the house.
Yeah, sure. Or Brett, what I'm telling you is we're neighbors. So the same camera shop that I'm telling you that I went to, you could go to.
They won't get here by tomorrow.
What? I mean, you're going to go in person and go to the local mom and pop shop that's like around the corner and in your neighborhood that could probably use some business.
This is whoa. Actually, this is cooler for $43.88.
Oh, they have the bigger packages there too. Yeah, what you got?
No.
What?
For $43.88. I won't get here by tomorrow though. So solar eclipse safe binoculars.
Oh, that is cool.
Zoom in. Try to see some plasma splashing around on the surface of the sun or something. That'd be cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Maybe get some edges.
Yeah.
Some like magnified edges. Which is the name of my punk rock haircut shop.
So here's what I've got for you. The eclipse will peak.
Oh.
This is like written for San Antonio, right? So the eclipse will peak at 11:52 Central Time. So if you're not in the Central Time Zone, figure that out for yourself.
We think.
No, I mean, no, it's science.
Science is never exact.
No, it's science.
It's never exact.
So around just a bit before noon tomorrow, or 11 if you're here.
See how they say just a bit? Maybe, sort of, kind of.
No, it's science.
No, Katie, it's 4 out of 5 doctors agree. No. Okay, it's not 5 out of 5 doctors.
No, this one's real. They know it. They know it.
Even climate change is like
so
98.7%.
Around 11 o'clock. Around 11 o'clock. California time.
Exactly. Around 11 o'clock.
Go
Why can't
outside.
These scientists agree on anything?
If you're in California, go outside at around 11 o'clock.
Katie, I don't have time for this. I'm a millennial, okay?
I
have no attention span.
11.
I need to know exactly when to be out there.
Well, okay, I
so
can
that
tell
I can
you.
Run exactly back inside.
10:52. Be outside at 10.
He's not a scientist.
52.
10:52. 10:52.
That's what time you, Brett, need to be outside. If you're in the Pacific.
All right, but if I have to wait any longer than that, I'm gonna just go back inside and get back on Candy Crush. I'm bored.
Who plays Candy Crush?
What? All the millennials are playing Candy Crush. They love it.
Still,
they can't get enough of it.
Anyway, it's kind of cool. Science, whatever.
All right, sounds good. Let's go check out the sun being blocked out. 11:52 in the morning, huh?
If you're in California, yeah.
All right, sounds good. You guys got to do the math elsewhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
Drift Energy is a company. They unveiled a 190-foot sailing yacht that can generate, store, and deliver green hydrogen at sea.
Okay. Okay.
It's a British startup that says the catamaran could produce 154 tons of hydrogen annually, enough to power itself and potentially help power small island nations as well. This to me sounds like a rich guy dream.
Okay.
You're like, I have my own private small island and I have a 190-foot yacht and I want to be Bill Gates is their only customer.
Okay.
Who is this company trying to sell to?
Small island nations that want electricity.
What, are they gonna go to Indonesia and be
I
like,
don't
hey
know.
guys?
I don't know how this stuff works, but it seems like a step in the right direction.
I mean, yeah, it is Good News Friday, so yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to be positive.
I'm just saying, it seems to me like Bill Gates might be this company's only consumer, because you got to be really filthy rich and then also have the environment. Abigail Disney, she seems like a good one. Maybe the Ben and Jerry's guys, they like the environment and they're really rich. Who is this made for?
I'm still sitting here thinking about the fact that there's going to be a solar eclipse tomorrow, and it's barely a blip on the radar for people, some sort of, in a way where it's like, so what? And then I was thinking about that if you go way back in human history, it would have been the biggest day of our entire lives.
I mean, yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we would have built a temple in preparation for, so that we could see it in the right way. And then we would all dance and think that the crops were going to something or other. And since it only happens every 3 or 4 years, I mean, this would be the biggest day.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. And we might also think that it was all coming to an end once that shadow comes over. We're like, oh, no. But like tomorrow, I'll just be coaching Little League while it happens.
Yeah. I was listening to NPR and they were talking about there's like,
of course you were.
There's one specific national monument in Utah where there's a bunch of tribal communities that come together for that one monument. And it was interesting because tribe to tribe, they celebrate it differently. The eclipse, tribe to tribe, they celebrate it differently. But most of them, in fact, stay inside and don't look at the eclipse because it's like a sign of respect, or
you go blind.
I mean, also that, yes, that's true too.
Yeah, don't look at the eclipse, everybody.
But they're like literally like, no, we are, as our custom, will be indoors and not even trying to look at it. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If nobody told me what an eclipse was and I was just standing outside and it got dark as hell all of a sudden with no clouds around, that'd be scary.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
But I mean, not for me, because like I'm smart and I live now, so.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean,
you have binoculars.
I'm fine.
You can get an up close view.
I was talking about prehistoric me would have been scared.
Right.
I'm fine.
Not the one right now.
I'm not scared.
The Biden-Harris administration is investing over $200 million to support youth mental health.
Okay.
Meaning schools and small communities. Through the Unity Agenda, the administration is investing $200 million. The funding will go towards programs and initiatives like expanding family counseling for LGBTQ+, creating the first national center to support mental health services in the child welfare system. So the welfare system doesn't have mental health, but it will.
Well, probably for kids and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
The distinction is we're now taking care of the kids.
For the children's.
Okay.
And then developing infrastructure to promote the mental health of youth in Native American communities as well.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
200 million.
Sweet. They're going to need someone to run that.
You want to do it?
Nah, I already deal with kids like every day, all the time.
That's true.
And other people's kids every day, all the time. True.
You have a lot of children.
I'm dealing with the mental health of the youth of America right now. I'm shaping the mental health of the youth of America right now. I'm ground zero, man. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Doing my part to try to keep them healthy, man. I'll tell you what, dude, these parents are crazy. let's not get into it.
Yeah,
Keep going.
We're doing good news. Earlier this year, there were two individuals who became the first deaf Americans to reach the top of Mount Everest.
Wait, the first
Deafies to reach
deaf.
Everest.
Whoa, easy.
No, you can say that.
I don't know if I can.
I can.
Listen, that's up to you. Wait, the first deaf Americans to summit Everest. I just was trying to figure out what the distinction was. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
And they have started a climbing community for other deaf individuals.
Hard to sign with those thick mittens.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. Cool. I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everest, man. That was something I wanted to do, and then
did you actually like truly actually want to do it, or were you just when like, yeah, that'd be cool?
It was one of those things when I was a kid that it just, the world doesn't. Well, I guess the world seems really big in a way, but then also it seems sort of accomplishable still, so in that way of a kid of like, I could go climb Mount Everest.
Like Everest seems, yeah.
Whatever. Just like, oh, gee, what an adventure. I don't know. So then, yeah, like growing up, I was like, oh man, that would be like the ultimate adventure, But now it's different.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I mean, if deaf people can do it.
Oh my God.
See, those are jokes. Anyway, yeah. That's cool though, man. What an accomplishment, I guess, no matter how long the line is. Because you're still standing there.
Yeah.
It's probably more dangerous now that there's a line.
Because you're not moving around
in
as
a way.
Much. Interesting.
Because now you're just standing right under that big chunk of ice that can fall on your head. You can't get out of the way. You're like, hey, move, man.
I know, right? I was thinking like maybe you were thinking it was more dangerous because you're not physically moving as much, so you're more susceptible to hypothermia.
Probably that too.
But then it occurred to me that climate change might balance that out. Actually,
maybe
it's not as cold as it used to.
People are taking off the coat. Like, woo, balmy day up here on Everest. Yeah. Well, maybe that too, but also you're spending more time in the death zone though.
Yeah.
Actual time. And if I know anything about Everest, Katie, you don't want to spend much time in the death zone. You want to get through the death zone as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Get in, get out. Take your pictures, get in, take your pictures, get out. Careful taking that glove off though. Come back with no fingers.
Speaking of deafies, did you see last weekend?
I'm not sure if okay, yeah.
I am.
Well, okay.
Last weekend,
you're over here listening to NPR.
Last weekend, Gallaudet University tried out a new helmet for the quarterback on the football team. Did you see this?
That's the deaf university, Gallaudet.
Yeah, you don't have to be deaf to go there, but like it's predominantly deaf.
Yeah, and like I'd say the leading 100% deaf university in the country.
Yeah. Anyway, so they also invented the huddle. Gallaudet University invented the football huddle. The football huddle. Yeah.
They had to come in close. They can't hear each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at all.
Well, no, like other teams figured out what their signs were, so they had to come in close so that other people couldn't figure out what the play was going to be because they were just like, whatever. Anyway, so that's the American football huddle. Recently, though, so quarterbacks on football teams have like a audio system so that they can hear the coach.
In the NFL, there's a radio in the quarterback's helmet and in usually the middle linebacker's helmet on defense.
Okay. Gallaudet just.
I was just going to say, if all you Swifties are watching the NFL out there, you can know there's a radio in the player's helmet because there's a green sticker on the back of that helmet.
Oh.
And that helmet only.
Oh, interesting.
Or there's a sticker that denotes that helmet has a radio in it, and it's the quarterback or someone on defense.
And is it usually the captain of the defense?
The guy that's calling the plays out there. So usually the middle linebacker. I'm pretty sure it's the middle linebacker most of the time.
Okay. Well, so obviously the radio system for a deaf individual isn't going to work, but they tried out for the first time.
Not with an attitude like that.
For the first time last game, a visual indicator that the coach could. It's basically like Google Glass in part of the helmet itself. So
like a heads-up display.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's cool.
It's like Tron, basically.
So the quarterback can just see what the coach is talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
I mean, it's the ultimate version of drawing it up in the dirt, like we used to do with when I was a kid. You just get in the huddle and you all get down, like squat down, and you literally draw it in the dirt.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy, you go here, then you turn here, then I'm gonna go here.
Yeah. I wonder, I didn't actually see a display. Like, I don't know if it's like X's and O's and they're like drawing.
It could be someday in the future.
Or it totally could be.
James
or
Cameron
if it was just like they have the word, like we're gonna run this play and the word pops up.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's an interesting, pioneering technology.
Cool.
So college football players don't have a radio to their coach?
They might now, but it used to be just the NFL. I don't think they do.
Interesting. Well, I wonder why.
Because every college has a different budget. It would be hard to make that uniform. Because USC, think of that football program's budget, and then you got like a school like no disrespect, but like I don't know, University of Texas at El Paso or something where it's like, I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they used to try to level the playing. It has to be level. If one team has it, the other team has to have it.
Huh.
So college is harder to do that.
Well,
they
that
might
makes
now,
more
though.
sense to me because I was curious why it was only the one game. It was only last weekend
for Gallaudet.
Yeah, they're not using it.
Well, they're just trying it out.
They're just trying it out. Yeah.
But once they figure it out and perfect it, this will be everywhere, just like the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I was thinking too. Is like right now it's an advantage.
I missed mine. That was a good one.
Oh, what?
I was calling it back. It's fine. Never mind. I tried your thing, and this is why I shouldn't try. I'm not gonna try. That's why I shouldn't do it.
Well, I was thinking like right now it levels the playing field for a deaf player, right? Because like if they don't have the audio thing, well, at least they can have the visual thing.
Okay.
But then in a few years, like everybody's gonna be doing the visual thing. So what? Come on, save it for the deafies.
Whatever. In a few years, the coach will just be able to like type it into your microchip that was in the vax, whatever. Yeah, that's cool though. All right. I like the idea of a full-on heads-up display, like a GPS. Like you're just running and it's telling you where the tacklers are coming from and stuff.
Oh,
like just the full-on
like too much information almost.
That'd be cool. This is 5 Seconds of Summer. The song's called Bad Omens. Turn up your radios. And Katie and I will be back to talk about some more stuff right after this.
The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire. Adobe Radio. And now, live on Adobe Radio, it's Good News Friday.
More good
on
news.
The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire.
What? It's Friday,
no,
Katie.
I told you I have regular news, but listen.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm pepping myself up here. I'm trying to get into a good mood going into the weekend, no matter how hard it is. You're reading the good news. I'm slowly starting to feel a little better. And now you're telling me you're going to read regular news.
Regular news. Regular old news.
Tread lightly, please.
Okay. All right. How about this? We'll start off with a softball.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, no.
Everybody loves Shaq.
I can't stand Shaq. And here's why.
No.
Let me tell you this and that.
Get out of here.
Guy, he's so tall and likable. Boy, can he turn a phrase when he's talking about the basketball. And he's too funny. And he seems like he'd be too cool to hang out with. And therefore,
he
I
likes
can't
his
stand
life
him.
Too much.
What's he done? What's he up to?
He is the new president of Reebok.
Okay. Shaq owns, I think, 900 companies, or at least endorses for that many.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Including like General Insurance, which is like a California local. Like,
I think he also owns like a lot of Papa John's franchises.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And then there's a restaurant by LAX too that's like a high end.
Yeah. I love Shaq. Great. Sounds good. I'm going to go out and get some Reeboks.
It says that notably he walked away from a $40 million shoe deal with the company 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. And in between Reebok stints, Shaq sold his own line of more affordable shoes at Walmart, moving 400 million pairs as of 2021.
So get ready for Reebok in Walmart.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Does that make, because Reebok kind of had a bit of a like comeuppance, but the people thought it was cool.
I'm wearing Reebok right now.
You are.
I'm wearing Reeboks right now.
Right meow.
Yep. They're cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're kind of vintage. I like them.
Going to be sold in Walmart, so cool.
What?
I'm asking in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where they're sold as long as they look cool. They're cool. See, Katie, cool is cool. You got to understand.
Yeah.
There's no rule to cool. Cool is cool. Oh, that's the thing. Cool is the rule, actually.
You know it when you see it.
That's, well, yeah. I mean, I do. Yeah. If they're cool, they're cool. It doesn't matter where it's sold.
I saw this stand-up comedian recently talking about.
But sometimes where it's sold is what makes it cool.
How millennials like resurrected dead dinosaur brands.
And then, of course, sometimes where it's sold makes it not cool. So sometimes where it's sold does matter. But listen, if it's cool, it's cool.
Including like Champion.
Yes.
Champion, to this person's point, used to be the like Kmart brand. That's where Champion came from. Was sold in Kmart.
How dare you? How dare you?
R.I.P. Kmart. Champion.
Depends on when you're talking about. I mean, you know, like Champion was. I mean, maybe that's what I'm trying to say is it goes through trends, you know, because all of a sudden Shaq becomes the president of it and he had to deal with Walmart for this other thing that he did. So now he's going to bring it over there. So it who knows, you know what I mean? Like Champion at one point was probably in the highest of the highs and then made a deal where it was sold at Kmart, which then for some reason made it something in people's brains. Again, hard to determine what's cool and not cool.
Hard to.
Yeah.
Hard to determine.
And now they're back again.
And now they're back again.
Because somebody made it cool.
Because they thought it was cool.
Probably Drake or something.
Yeah, something. Disney's raising its prices. Both on Disney Plus streaming and at the theme park.
Okay, good. Whatever. All right.
What makes me mad is like, so the producers walked away from the negotiating table yesterday with the actors. Right?
I didn't even know they were doing that.
2 days ago on Wednesday. The producers, because the actors said to Netflix, like, hey, give us a portion of the streaming. And Netflix was like, we're walking away. Even though it would equate to like 0.23 cents per subscriber or something like that, right? But it just occurred to me, like, they're just going to raise the prices, all of them, and then blame the strike.
It doesn't matter because nobody's watching it anyway. And here's the part that you don't want to hear. It doesn't matter. It's over. Come to my baseball practices and ask those kids what they're watching.
It's Good News Friday.
I dare you.
It's Good News Friday.
Katie, I dare you. And I dare any producer.
They watch YouTube.
I dare any director. I dare any talent agent. I dare you to walk up to any one of my little baseball players and ask them what they're watching. Because I have bad news for all of you. They're not watching anything that's going on in Hollywood unless it comes out on the big screen and then they forget about it.
Well,
Katie,
obviously they're children.
Katie.
They're not going to be up at night watching Succession.
No, Katie. No, this is the thing. I know, like, you got to come do it so you understand what I mean. They look back at you with a blank stare and they go, you say, what are you watching right now? Any movies you're into? Any TV shows? And they go, I don't really watch TV. I don't really watch stuff. And then if you say, oh, do you watch YouTube? They go, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then they'll just talk to you all day long. But hold on. But they can't tell you really what they've watched.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're consuming so much all at once, right? Like it all
that's not a show.
Blends together. This is two questions.
Mm-hmm.
If I walked up to the boy and I said, what are you watching? He might not have an answer. But if I say, tell me about Captain Underpants, he can tell you all about the movie. He can tell you all about the characters. He writes his own Captain.
Well, they don't watch YouTube. We're raising the kids like it's 1954 for some reason. I don't know why. That our kids watch TV and movies because we do. But that's not, but you'll find out of 20 kids, I mean, I'm not kidding. You'll find 2 or 3. Everyone else is just playing video games, because that's the other thing that you're missing.
Minecraft.
And I don't mean you. I mean all the people I'm talking to.
Minecraft
like
and
it's
Roblox,
Roblox and Fortnite and anything.
Oh, yeah,
and
Fortnite
all
is what
the
I
other
meant.
Call of Duty, anything else, whatever else. They're getting older. They're all playing video games, so they don't watch anything. And then when they do watch something, they just watch YouTube on the iPad.
And it's usually like videos about Fortnite.
They're not turning on Netflix. They're not turning on HBO Max. They're not turning on Paramount Plus. They're not turning on Hulu or anything like that.
So this is my second part to the question that I had, a 2-parter to. This is the second part. If I roll back the time and I go back to 19 and I talk to a 9-year-old Brett Davern and I say, hey, what are you watching? What would your answer have been? Like, would you have been able to come up with like a list of shows that you're watching, and then we can talk about it from there?
Yeah, of course. Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, whatever the lineup was when I got home from school, because you just throw the TV on.
It's interesting.
So of course I could tell you for sure.
Well, because all these parents are like worried about screen time and stuff like that. And I'm just sort of like, I wonder
they're not actually worried about it,
is.
though. They pretend to be worried about it in front of their friends. But then they just hand the kid the iPad. Screen time it's like a big buzzy thing you're hearing about, and I'm so concerned about it. But then trust me, as their baseball coach, I just, because I'm an actor, I want to know. I'm just sitting there, warming up, playing catch. Hey, what are you watching?
Yeah.
To a person, they go, nothing. And I know what that means. And then I go, oh, you play a bunch of video games? They're like, yeah. They're not watching anything. So what I'm trying to say is that's the next generation coming. So I hope they sign these deals quickly and we can make a bunch of money quickly, because I don't know what's coming after this. And unless you want to do some mocap and lend your voice to a video game, which that's awesome. Let's do that. That's fine. It's just evolving and changing. It is what it is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People are upset. The biggest thing that they're upset about with this price hike is parking at Disneyland is now $35.
I mean, it'll be 100 by the time you're dead. It's not going to ever go down. The sort of people complaining about the prices of things out there is becoming a bit like a stand-up comedian complaining about their mother-in-law to me. Guys, get over it. It's going to just get more and more expensive until the day you die. Gas will be $10 a gallon at some point. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be $2.30 all of a sudden.
True.
It's only going up.
True.
Get used to it. Stop complaining about it. You know what you could do?
Get your ass up and work.
Man, I hate that I'm right. I don't like it either. I don't like it. Katie, why'd you do that to us? It was Good News Friday. Hey, this song is called Act 2. It's by The Ready Set. The Ready Set always makes me feel better. Come on, it's Friday, Katie. Yay! Turn it up. We'll be right back.
The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire. Adobe Radio. And now, live on Adobe Radio, it's Good News Friday on the Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire.
Good news, Katie. Before this weekend starts, I'm going to be quite upset.
Well, if you're looking for something to watch.
Well, I told you. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
It's a sports thing.
Okay.
People watch sports now.
They do. They still will watch sports.
The viewership of this particular match,
especially if Taylor's there,
is supposed to be 10 times the amount of people who watch the Super Bowl.
Did you watch Taylor last night at all? Did you get some Taylor highlights?
She
was there, as we reported, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. A boxing match or something? What's going on? What?
The World Cup of
rugby.
Cricket.
Oh, yeah. Very popular.
Weekend.
Okay.
Very popular sport.
Mm-hmm.
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 8 to 10 times the amount of people who watch the Super Bowl will be tuning in worldwide for this.
Yeah, cricket is really big, especially in India, which is a very populous country. So That'd be a lot of viewers
Mhm.
tuning in. Yeah.
So anyway, if you're looking for something to watch,
All right, cool.
yeah, you know,
I might try to get into some cricket. Maybe. I think I need a new sport. Everybody over here, the hipsters took pickleball from me. It's kind of, once the hipsters get involved, the rents go
you
up
didn't
and the thing
pickleball
isn't
before
cool.
the hipsters pickleball.
I love pickleball. I've loved pickleball since I was in high school. I would pickleball in PE all the time.
I've known you for 7 years. You've never mentioned your love for pickleball ever.
That's because nobody out of high school should ever talk about playing pickleball. It's something you do in PE in high school. I love it. It's like standing on the ping pong table. It's a bunch of fun. It's a good time. But then the hipsters took it, like I said, and then you can't have it anymore. So, but maybe cricket. Maybe cricket is my new obsession.
Maybe it should be.
Could be.
On this day in history, in 1975, I didn't know that this happened.
Okay.
Country musician Charlie Rich.
I don't know who that is either.
Lit the envelope announcing John Denver as the Country Music Association America's Entertainer of the Year on fire.
What?
For reasons unknown. He was banned from the show for life.
How dare you?
That's the 1975 version of slapping somebody in the face.
Wait, this happened when?
During the Country Music Awards.
Now.
In 1975.
Oh, in 1975. Well, how is this good news? Well, I missed something somewhere.
I'm not doing good news. I'm just doing the news.
No, I know, but
this is just on this day in history.
I got you. Okay.
I started the sentence with "on this day in history."
Katie, I'm not listening.
1975.
Katie, don't you know
Brett!
me? I'm not listening.
He gets distracted.
Don't you know? All right, so that happened in 1975. What was the award again? Best.
You didn't listen to any of it.
No, Country Music Awards, Best Country Artist.
I mean, yeah, Entertainer of the Year
at the Country Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, as a John Denver supporter, as a fervent.
You are like genuinely, you love John Denver.
Love some JD. Listen, country.
Are you saying he's not a country artist? What are you saying? Or are you saying country music in general?
I'm saying I get where Charlie was coming from.
What?
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
So you did hear part of it. You did hear the person that you never heard.
I was just trying to figure out what the award was, how important it was, if I should care or not. And
but instead, you attached yourself to the name of someone who you've never heard before and probably will never have to think of again.
Well, because I missed the 1975 part of it. And then also I was thinking of the band.
Yeah.
No, for real. And so then I was like, wait. And then since we didn't know who Charlie Rich was, I thought, is that because that could be like someone who's opening for Florida Georgia Line. I don't know.
Okay.
How the hell do I know? Is Charlie Rich opening for Luke Bryan? What do I know?
Travis Chillis.
Wait, what are you telling me to?
I'm at end. I said music, but I meant end.
Yeah, I know what time it is.
Okay. All right.
You were doing it so crazily that I thought you made me think it was like 10:08 or something.
No.
2 minutes early.
We're okay.
Why are you freaking out over there?
I'm not freaking out.
Did Charlie Rich's agent call?
Why do you know his name now?
Because you said it. Anyway, I got confused. I'm sorry.
You were paying attention.
Forgive me for assuming that you were talking about a modern day country performer that would be named Charlie Rich. Because there is some bad country music out there right now. By the way, I think Charlie Rich would probably light Florida Georgia Line's envelope on fire also. You know what I mean? Like that, there's some shit country music out there. Now, John Denver music, not shit. However, it's not exactly, I don't know.
He's more folk.
Give me some Waylon Jennings or some I don't know. Old country music was bad anyway. Except for Johnny Cash. You know I love Johnny.
Yeah. I do too. I love him so much.
There's that one song.
Johnny Cash?
I don't know.
I could name like 5 Johnny Cash songs.
Well, good for you.
Oh, shut up. End the show.
For Car-
Who?
For Carly, Katie, and Sebastian, the whole crew around here, I'm Brett, reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. We will see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show this week. Don't worry, Brett and Katie will be back Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, for another edition of the Brett Davern Show, here on Adobe Radio.